So we talked about the stimulus, we talked about the pre-reaction, we talked about reaction. Now we're going to talk about the pause that comes between reaction and response. So when I say pause, you're going to actively pause, and you're not just pausing, you're literally waiting for the conscious mind to catch up. Subconscious processes 11 million bits per second, has a reaction time of anywhere from 150 to 250 milliseconds, so figure a quarter of a second or less. And the conscious mind has a reaction time of a half second, so you've got a gap there that has to be caught up. But also it only processes at 50 bits per second. And that's why you need to give it time to catch up. This is an active pause. It's not a passive pause where you're just waiting, because if you're just waiting, the subconscious is just racking up more bits and it's just giving more power towards whatever the reaction was. So if you consider that, since most of your associations are from the past, and if you're doing something new, going after your purpose or vision, those are going to be new concepts. And with those new concepts, generally you're going to need something different than what worked in the past. And this is why we have this pause. And during this pause, we're going to make an assessment. And this assessment is based on a request that you're making of the subconscious. So in the pause, you are asking the subconscious to give you information that helps you with the problem solving. So if you think about it, any gap can be approached from the problem solving model. Clearly define the problem, brainstorm possible solutions, select the best solution, implement, test, and follow up. And what we're talking about here is we first clearly define the problem. Clearly define the problem, but in order to do that, you need data, you need information. So what we're going to do is train the subconscious to pass off to the conscious mind information so you can make a better decision. And that information is going to be, for example, you want both sides of the argument. Or another way to look at it, you want a short-term fix and you want a more robust solution. So you're not just letting the subconscious do willy-nilly whatever it's going to do. You're telling it that you want a specific kind of information that you're going to use for your assessment. I guess this goes down to Knob Hill?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect, thanks.
Yeah, it hangs to the left.
Okay, the Knob Hill lift is that way.
Yeah, that's correct.
Is there a better run down there? Steeper or whatever?
No, this is the steepest.
Okay, cool, thanks. So we are going to train the subconscious to give information to help you with your assessment, but you want it to be unbiased. You don't want it to be geared towards threat and risk and scary stuff. Think of it like when you are doing prompts with ChatGPT. I don't know if you've ever done this, but you can have ChatGPT give you both sides of the argument. This is what I'm talking about with the subconscious. So your assessment is going to be based on what you get back from that request. Now you may think that this is going to take a lot of time, you don't have to do it, it's not going to happen. It happens in a quarter of a second because the subconscious is so fast. If you don't give it the instruction, what it's going to be doing is just running the pattern over and over, reinforcing whatever that survival reaction was, and that's not what you want. So you're going to give it something to do, and that something to do is both sides of the argument, come up with two choices, come up with the two competing dimensions, for example, profit and growth. Something that has to do with giving you a more informed decision basis using the problem solving model. Clearly define the problem.